Welcome back, everybody, to Casual Gastronomy. How have you been? Me too. Today, we are making a brunch classic that I have not had since I was in Tokyo with my buddy Josh, and it's not Japanese at all. We're making Eggs Benedict.
Now, why are we making Eggs Benedict?
An excellent question, which I am very excited to answer, because questions like that keep the conversation going. They maintain a dialogue between us and our viewers. The comments, the emails, the fan mail that we get in our physical mailboxes, it's all just part of a larger discussion and a philosophical process of figuring out what is the meaning of food. But this intro is already way too long, so let's get cooking. For the English muffins, begin by dissolving about 1 tablespoon of honey and 2 teaspoons of yeast in 1 cup of warm water and let it bloom for about 5 minutes. Then, in a large bowl, combine 3½ cups of flour, 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter, 1 cup of warm buttermilk, and the yeast mixture until no dry flour remains. Let the mixture rest for about 10 minutes, then knead it until it forms a wet but elastic dough. This dough was so sticky that I used a rubber spatula to fold the dough over itself repeatedly until it pulled away from the sides of the bowl and maintained a smooth surface. If you have a stand mixer, congratulations on your wedding, but also you could just use that with the dough hook attachment to knead your dough for about 10 minutes. Once it's ready, cover the dough and let it ferment in the fridge overnight. The next day, divide your dough into 12 equal pieces, then stretch and fold the edge into the center, flip them over, and briefly drag them across the counter to form a tight skin over the top. Then, place them a few inches apart on a baking tray, well dusted with cornmeal. Dust the tops of the balls with cornmeal, then cover them with plastic and let them rise for about an hour until they've doubled in size. Once they've risen, gently transfer them to a skillet over medium heat without any grease. Let them cook until they're golden brown on the first side, then flip them over and let them brown on the other side. Once both sides are brown, place them on a baking tray in an oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 to 10 minutes. After they've fully cooked, let them cool on a wire rack for at least 20 minutes.
For the hollandaise sauce, begin by preheating your blender with very hot water. Then place 2 egg yolks and 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice into the blender, water removed of course, and blend them briefly just to combine them. Then slowly drizzle in 250 grams of melted butter while blending continuously. The mixture should emulsify into a thick sauce which clings to the sides of the bowl. To be honest, we tried the traditional double boiler method, and it was looking good at first, but ultimately it broke. We tried every internet method to save it, but nothing worked. Shout out to Bon Appetit for the blender method that was actually super easy and made a beautiful hollandaise sauce. We'd love to master the traditional methods someday, but emulsified sauces like mayonnaise and hollandaise are much harder than they seem on the internet cooking shows. Once everything has thickened up, cover and set aside in a warm place while you poach your eggs.
For the poached egg, bring a pot of water up to a simmer and add in a tablespoon of white vinegar. Place your eggs one by one into a strainer to remove the really runny whites, then transfer them to a bowl. Once all your eggs are ready, drop them into the steamy water one by one. Let them cook for about 3 minutes, then remove them from the water with a slotted spoon and place them onto a clean towel to drain off the excess water.
Once all of your eggs are poached, it's time to assemble your Eggs Benedict. Start by cutting your English muffins in half. We like to use the Bon Appetit fork method. Give them a toast, brush them with a little melted butter, then top them with a little prosciutto which has been brought up to room temperature, followed by a poached egg, followed by a generous layer of that rich hollandaise sauce, and followed by some thinly sliced chives.
Well, folks, here it is. As promised, 1 egg Benedict. I want to say that I love eggs Benedict, but I feel like I've only ever had it once and I don't even remember how it tasted.
Yeah.
And after making this, I've realized that this is really just an egg on an English muffin, basically covered in mayonnaise.
Basically.
Hot mayonnaise. Kind of interesting. I'm excited to give it a try. I love eggs. I love prosciutto, which is on here. I love English muffins. So, let's see. I don't know. Wow, this is a big bite. Oh, I can't do this bite. I can't do it. I need you to help me get this off my fork.
You're in.
Alright. That's a much more manageable piece there. Got some egg, I got some muffin, I got some yolk, I got the hollandaise. Ding. Okay, I see what you did here, Mr. Benedict. That's really nice. What do you think?
It's really good. I like the saltiness of the prosciutto with the egg and the hollandaise. It's really nice.
All in that crispy English muffin. I saw some videos where they crisped up the ham, but I thought the English muffin would already be crispy enough. That
you don't need the extra crispiness.
You don't need that extra crisp. Man, yeah, the hollandaise sauce, I thought it would be a little bit too much because at the end of the day, it's basically the same thing as mayonnaise except with butter instead of oil. And it is very rich, but once you have the egg and the prosciutto and the English muffin with it, it's not as crazy, like overwhelmingly rich as just licking it off your finger like I did earlier. And the chives help to brighten everything up and add a little bit of a fresh aromatic quality to it.
Everything balances each other out really well.
Yeah, this is a great brunch food. It's very rich, luxurious. It's kind of like the dish that you spoil yourself with, you know?
Yeah.
If you eat this every single morning, what else do you have to look forward to during the day? You've already had eggs Benedict.
Don't do it.
You'll ruin your day.
Setting yourself up for failure.
So yeah, this recipe, how would you rate the difficulty of eggs Benedict?
Well, the hollandaise sauce was hard. Well, it just gave us some difficulties. Once we used the blender method, it was fine, but...
If we had done that from the start.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's hard, but again, there's like a lot of steps. And you have to be very delicate with those steps, like the eggs, when poaching the eggs.
Everything here involves a degree of skill and preciseness.
Yeah.
With the English muffins, you need to be careful not to puff all the air out when you're transferring to the griddle and flipping them. With the poached eggs, you need to be careful not to break them and to make sure that the white wraps them completely.
Exactly.
The hollandaise, don't even get me started on the hollandaise. Same issues as mayonnaise. On the internet, everybody makes it look so easy. They're like, oh, you just put some egg yolks and some oil, you whisk it as best as you can, and then it's perfect. Not at all. Not at all. I literally was whisking with all my might. I was breaking out a sweat, adding one drop at a time, and it still broke on me. We'll figure it out one day.
One day, hopefully.
I hope so, but that's why we're casual gastronomers and not professional. We don't know what we're doing.
No.
Not at all. So I'd say this is actually one of the more difficult things that we made.
Yeah, I agree.
In the end, it came together and everything worked out perfectly. That was a delicious bite. I don't feel like we compromised on anything. I feel like we did it to the best of our ability and nothing was messed up. It looked beautiful. Will I make this again for fun?
Probably not.
Probably not. I would probably just buy English muffins from the store, even though they are so good, homemade and fresh. Those are fun. I don't know. It's really good. I would get Eggs Benedict at a restaurant.
Yeah, if
It's worth the price.
If I'm out to brunch, I'll order it maybe, but I don't think I would make this at home on like a regular Monday morning.
We're not saying that you guys shouldn't try it.
Yeah,
Not at all.
definitely try it.
Yeah. But we just want you to be ready for what you're embarking on.
Yeah, you need a whole day.
Man. So, you guys know the deal. Help us out, give us a like, hit that subscribe button so that YouTube can help others who are looking for recipes find us, so that the community can be enriched with our fresh content. And maybe we could get paid one day to do these videos. So thanks for watching. We always appreciate all of your comments. We appreciate the love, and we hope to see you guys on the next episode of Casual Gastronomy. You might need to put subtitles. That was really quiet.
Gastronomy.
Peace!